Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Pro Antagonist channel. Picking up where we left off, we had the first half of this, the first half of the 30, the top 30 One Piece characters. We're gonna see if the rest of them are as bad as the first half, because I've been saying I don't believe that there are this many good characters left. They're gonna be overrating someone substantially at this point, and I don't know who, I don't know what, I don't know why. There's gonna be a question mark character, at least one or two that I'm thinking of that they might throw in just because, but we haven't gotten to any of the four emperors. You know, we haven't gotten to Shanks or Mihawk or any of the, like, you know, the fleet admiral current. And I'm pretty sure we've already covered the fact that everyone who's dead is not going to be on this list. People who are dead aren't here, and yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Then, with the second to last Gorosei member, we have one of the only ones that actually has a good PR team. I mean, the anime is going crescendo with bro. I mean, he gets his own epic moment.
They call him Gandhi for the longest time, like freaking whatever Elder Gandhi or whatever the nickname for him was until we got the actual name, and I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, this guy just seems better, and he has like one of the best swords. It kind of makes sense that you'd put him, given that the last few picks have been, you know, other members of the Gorosei. This makes sense.
In the OP, fair play, bud. How'd you sneak that cat at tenor? Clearly, this guy is quite the thinker, and he has a sword. I mean, all the other guys are sitting there looking like complete clowns with their regular old pistol pistols. The problem with this dude is that he has been dogged on a little bit, getting chin checked by Sanji and then clashing evenly with Zoro. Not that these are bad looks per se, but if you're a top tier, you kind of got to be handling yourself a little bit better.
Yeah, this one, like Sanji and Zoro all the way down here. Mercury. Oh, so Mercury.
Finally, alas, we reach the final Gorosei, and here we have Mercury. Now, I'm going to be honest.
There's 13
the main
more
reason
people.
I have this guy above Nostra is because of the amount of twirl this guy can get going with his mustache. I mean, this is the main villain aura. No, but bit aside, his name is Top Man. If you don't want me to think that you're the leader of the crew, don't name the dude Top Man.
Alright, so we got Big Mom. So this is going to be a weird take. Also, Eustace Kid was nowhere to be found. Probably because he got slapped around recently. But, like, defeats by people who will be in the top 10, maybe even top 5, shouldn't take Eustace Kid completely out of the running, putting him behind Crocodile or anything like that. Charlotte Linlin, this placement makes a lot of sense, especially given, like, I think that starting to get into the former four emperors as well as the current, because you have two former four emperors still alive, Linlin and Kaido, and then you have four, and if we're being reasonable, you know, Buggy's probably not going to be on here. It might be on here as a joke, but there's like three, and then a couple warlords who are questionably really good, and then you have, you know, the big bad of the series and all that shit.
After leaving Gorosei Isle, we reach Big Mama.
I don't know what I'm thinking of.
Maybe a little confusing because she's currently doing the backstroke 60 feet under in a Bowser-esque pool of lava. But let's break it down real quick. We know that the Devil Fruit powers disappear when the Devil Fruit user loses consciousness, but we still have Zeus floating about in Nami's staff, and the shield on one of the giants is still up and active. So there are only two possible scenarios to explain it. One, Oda forgot about it. Two, Big Mom is still alive.
See, this isn't JoJo's. Oda forgot is not usually a big thing that happens, especially when it comes to something like, you know, the Nami, Zeus, and Big Mom stuff. I don't think Big Mom or Kaido are dead. I don't think
After mentioning it to Oda, we can confirm that she's not dead yet, and he even told me he's planning on ruining another arc with her, and she's gonna have another bad case of amnesia. No, I'm trolling, but looking at her feats, she had a close fight with two behemoths in Law and Kid, who had such insane synergy in a 2v1, like that was crazy. But the thing about that fight is, they didn't really take her out if you think about it. Like, she was still very much conscious. If they weren't on a floating island, I mean, she very well could have won that fight.
Yo, Garp's all the way down here? See, this is part of the thing is, like, I can believe this, but, like, given the way that this guy is hyping up certain characters, like, Garp at number 12 is kind of wild, because, again, some of the people here, man, they're just really big and really strong. I don't know, it seems to me like kind of BS that There's gonna be 11 people better than Garp. After we saw that man massacre shit. I don't know. He's gonna probably have Kuzan up here too.
Alright, finally the moment you've all been waiting for. We have decided on putting us at number 12 on the list. And before you call this glaze, cope.
Nah, I mean, Garp is not one of my favorite characters, but he's one of the strongest characters, absolutely.
For whatever their buzzwords are slinging out, and let me explain myself. This guy,
man marches.
Even in his wobbly cobbly age, was boxing up Kuzan, working him at range and at distance, picking him apart in the pocket, landing the jab.
Right.
The greatest underdog performance of all time. I mean, for all intents and purposes. If these guys were put into the ring, no stab wound, no distractions, or keeping anyone safe, who knows, man, I might be someone else lying on the dirty grounds of Pirate Island. In a true, honest, no gimmick Davy back fight, let me tell you something, buddy.
Well, I'm wondering why
I mean,
he's
truly,
below Kuzan.
We won
if
the
that's
first
case.
interaction with the big clash, chin checking the Admiral, while he only landed on the temple. Picture perfect boxing. And then even after taking that hit, for all we know, Garp got up first and then blitz past Aokiji to land a Galaxy Divide on the island. And look at Aokiji's face. Dude didn't even flinch. He better be thanking Garp every day and every night that he didn't try to decapitate him with that attack, or Blackbeard wouldn't be an emperor anymore and Aokiji wouldn't have a face. And then we actually,
I mean, Aokiji is kind of like we're giving Aokiji / Kuzan the understanding that he's kind of just the big bad of the series number 2 now. And that's like I said all the number 2s are gone. It's not quite true, but I don't know, man. This feels like kind of BS.
look at how we were out here handling Yonko commanders. We spiked Marco on the floor, brutally embarrassing him. And his crew, the same guy who went to war with King and Queen, the same guy who went to war with the Blackbeard pirates. I mean, I didn't see Akainu doing Marco like that. That's all I'm gonna say. And then we get to Shiryu. Even after sacrificing his organs to save the future top 3, he still pile drive the dumb bum into the ground, spiking him on his inbred jaw. Absolute domination, emasculation. I mean, tell me, buddy, who was doing this to Yonko commanders? Literally nobody. Nobody lower on the list is doing that to top 50 characters, but we did that. We dominated them. W Garp. And obviously, he's not in his prime form anymore, but still, he was the MVP of God Valley. Fought with swordsmen with just 2 hands, ankle picks a dummy Amzabek.
Without dead characters, which I don't think we have here.
While being knock.
I just don't see who the 11 people better than Garp.
Now we get to the part of the ranking where I have to describe why he isn't higher, and simply the only reason why we are not higher on this list is because we are eligible for a senior citizens discount. We are old, we're washed, we're not in our prime form anymore, and it's just really sad to see. Truly, we don't have the durability or endurance in order to fight 12.
Yeah, but he was fighting that man for so long.
Of long rounders anymore. I mean, the monkey family truly needs to hop on the treadmill a little bit more because we are gassers. Though, I'll throw a little cope on the fire for us. If this was prime Garp, we're ranking, I would have had him at top 5, I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, bullshit. I call bullshit. I knew this might happen. I call bullshit. No fucking way. I don't care if he's made out of light. I don't care if he goes at light speed, which would have all the power scales going nuts. There's no fucking way this guy would be this high on the list. None. None. In this list, with these characters, no fucking way. Bullshit. This is easily one of the worst ones I've seen. I was not expecting... I was expecting someone where I was just like, nah, it's too high. But this is... Yikes. Yikes yonkers. I thought he just fell off. I thought he was going to be behind Crocodile, because I don't fucking... He's definitely... Kizaru is the kind of guy you definitely see not beating, like, the Yonko Commander number 2, whatever. Nope.
Then
nope.
We have
Bullshit.
Kizaru, which just missed out on the top 10, which is
he was
unfortunate
getting
to
manhandled
see for all the kids out there. But I do just want to say
Egghead.
congratulations to him. You are likely the strongest person in One Piece without Conquerors, which I think is kind of neat. So hats off to you, man. That's impressive. Anyway, Kizaru, he was able to effectively make his fight with Luffy into an even one, albeit that's with the Luffy with less of a handle on his Gear 5 than the one we are ranking on the list. And here's the thing about Kizaru. I know a lot of the cope out there is that he's not taking it seriously, bro. He's mentally nerfed. And let me tell you something. Is he gonna ever lock in? Here's the thing about Kizaru. If you constantly slack
He's
off
not
and
going
can't compete
higher.
when the lights are the brightest outside, I'm just
You
not
already
gonna
have him
trust
at
you anymore.
11.
This guy always fights with a built-in excuse so that when he ends up losing, he can say, oh, well, at least I didn't try, bro. This guy is the Kevin Holland of One Piece. If you know, you know. He does have a decent resume, though.
Bullshit.
Handling Marco, handling Rusty
so
Rayleigh, and then kicking up Sanji a little bit. Off some decent feats. And I'll always love him for putting that dog Akainu in his place. Goat scene. Unfortunately, if you want to be the excuse guy, I'm not going to make excuses for you when you lose fights. That's all I got to say.
I was seeing lists where this man was number 11 like 10 years ago. Was lower than number 11 10 years ago. There's no way you put this man that high on the list. Hey. Dude, we're Blackbeard at number 10? Who's supposed to be up? Who goes higher? We've almost no one left. Almost nobody left.
Welcome to the top 10. If you skip to this part of the video, I'm mad. Go back to the start. Anyway, Redacted D. Teach is...
Yeah, you're mad because all the rage bait is gone, except for there's probably going to be one or two.
The one to kick off this list. And yes, I know, he is going to be the final villain. Yes, I know he is going to be significantly stronger at the end of the story. But 5 years down the line isn't now. And we have seen absolute nonsense from this dude in recent years of the story. I mean, as much as I love Law, him going to war with Blackbeard...
Blackbeard at 10 is actually a good placement, I think, because it moderates the fact that he kind of gets slappied around a lot with the fact that he just hasn't, like, he does big things, but he also does underwhelming things too, and you kind of, like, I can see it. I can see number 10. I actually think
downscales Blackbeard. There's no way that Shanks is going to war with him. I don't care how much you want to upscale Teach for Scar and pre-prime Shanks. I really think people gas that feat too much up nowadays. And then we look at Blackbeard and the buckets of sweat he produced when he first locked eyes with the Dark King, which I...
That Scar on Shanks is probably one of the highs. Blackbeard's got a lot of ups and downs. You know?
Don't clown on him too much because there were a lot of other threats there, but still, it just isn't a great look. I mean, this dude even admitted to Kobe that he needed his in-law's help in order to take down old and slow Wang Zi. Buddy. It really does get to a certain point where it feels like this guy is just constantly trying to downscale himself as much as possible, which fair enough. We love an honest guy, but it doesn't help you in power scaling debates whatsoever. So at the end of the day, I know this guy is going to usurp a lot of the people above him when it comes to his time to shine. But much like Luffy, this is his journey in getting to the top, and he nor Luffy is there yet.
10 is a good placement. Oh, God. 10 is a good placement for Blackbeard. 9 is probably a good placement for Luffy. But who's going to be above? Who are you throwing above it? I've seen a lot of the characters I might have thought might be up there, and you haven't had them up there, you know?
Speaking of Luffy, I had the main character of the series at number 9 on the list, above Blackbeard, because just comparing their resumes is truly night and day. I mean, Luffy's won against Kizaru, Lucci, Katakuri, and Kaido.
He beat everyone.
Such great...
So that means Katakuri isn't even on here, dude. They got freaking Kizaru at 11 and Katakuri fucking off the list. I mean, I could have been fine with Katakuri off the list, but not for fucking, I don't know, Crocodile. I might not even take it for Sabo. Some of the people on this list, most of them deserve to be on the top 30. It's just the order sucks.
Opposition and Gabon sparred with Rayleigh 2, Big Mom, and the Gorosei. Bro, it really just doesn't compare. Teach would be running from damn near everybody. Even just looking at his performance on Egghead, bro, it was just insane.
I mean, it's also worth noting Luffy basically is like a softer version of he has like the comic physics, you know. He's got the big slappy, the slap happy, the slappy dappy. He's got it. He's got the Toon Force, but in like diet version.
Being able to handle that many top tiers at once is just something we've never ever seen before. And on Elbaf, we know he's going to have a better handling on his Gear 5th transformation. Right. One of the only confirmed characters in the series with all 3 forms of advanced hockey, Future Sight, Ryo, Acock. There's not that many characters who are confirmed to have that. Buddy, Luffy is different. And let me tell you, after Elbaf, this guy is going to be a demon. There really isn't much to say about Luffy. We all know he deserves his flowers. So I'll save myself some grace, because I know I'm going to need it for the next spot.
Alright. So this one's a little speculative too. So Shamrock being at number 8. I figured he'd be up here, but I didn't really know where he's going to place him. But this is a completely question mark. I mean, obviously the guy's going to be better than some of the other people below this list, or below him on the list. I don't know. This one's a giant question mark. I don't really have I can't say heads or tails about it because of whatever. But again, begs the question, who's still here?
Put down the slingshots, the swords, the weapons. We are number 8 on the top 30 list. And as the leader of the Shamrock agenda, let me explain to you why. This guy just has so much going for him. So let's just rapid fire. 1. Gabon was impressed by this guy's hockey. Someone who is waking up every Saturday to dunk on the holy rope. Looking at his interaction with Loki, Loki was sweating an attack from Shamrock.
Dude, the thing is like, Loki shouldn't even be here. If we're at this point already, I don't even think Loki should be up here. But I mean, I could be wrong. We haven't seen enough. So this is the thing, like, bullshit about all this stuff. Going back 3 weeks, we have nothing from this man. We have nothing from Loki.
Same guy who we've seen do so many insane things in the latest chapter, and this is all hyping up Shamrock. Shamrock himself even said that if Loki was really about that life, he'd come and fight him. That is cold. That is confidence. Then we get to him leaving, and we have possibly one of the craziest implications that I have ever seen. Shamrock is requested to go back to the Holy Land because of the dire straits. Buddy, do you see where this is going? On Marijois, they had all 5 Gorosei, the rest of the Holy Knights, possibly
take him off the board. I wouldn't have been surprised. I'm not going to be surprised if Shanks is number 7 then, because I figured this guy would be like in similar standing.
Emu still personally requested that the big guns show up. Emu's right-hand man, Shamrock. Bro, let me tell you something. The Sham Show. Have you ever seen a character with this much promotional hype before an official anime reveal? Buddy, no you have not. Even across series. And then we get the less tangible upscales. Firstly, his father. Get it? Fraud and father. Directly stated that at the time, Shanks would likely be as big of an asset as Shamrock, a Shanks who would have already mastered the divine departure technique, brother. And let's be honest for a second. I don't think the special part of Shanks and Shamrock's lineage is going to be the Fagarling clan. It's going to be their mother with her special tint of red hair. That is what makes these two special, not their fraudulent father. Yes, I may be gilding the lily a little bit with my personal god king, but clown...
This doesn't make... This is too wild.
On me now. But circle back to this at the end of the year. Shamrock is something else.
Okay.
Kuzan. Now
I don't think that's a good take. I think Kuzan should have been lower.
I was absolutely dunking on this guy in the Garp section, and I'm not gonna backtrack on it now. I'm a man of my principles. But just because we know him and Akainu.
So they're gonna have Sakazuki, right? We got 6 more. Sakazuki, or we're gonna have Shanks. We're gonna have maybe Kaido. Because, you know, he's unkillable. So, but, I mean, at this point, you know, Kaido probably should have already been here. Maybe he's considering Kaido dead, too, so I'm not really sure on that. But Kaido, potentially, I guess. Shanks, probably Sakazuki, and then, you know, probably Dracule Mihawk. I'm not sure who really else. Maybe he puts Emu, even though we've seen literally nothing from them. I guess it's the most powerful characters and not like best combatants
or essentially equal due to their week-long scrap that was more or less even with both being severely wounded. And we know that this guy is gonna be an endgame weapon
But I mean, he's also got Dragon. Can't forget about him.
On the it's all down to who finds it panel, which to me basically confirms conquerors for him and everyone else on the panel. Unfortunately, due to him being an endgame player, we don't really have many feats from him. Like getting boxed up by Garp isn't a great look if you want to be in the top 5, buddy. And looking at his other feats, we have
the top 10.
And Cracker and Doflamingo. Pretty impressive, but it isn't something that's going to sell me on putting you in the top 5. That's really all I got to say on Kuzan. You bore me, buddy. You're boring.
Why is he so high on the list?
Speaking of sauceless and boring, we have Sakabozo, Akainu, the big slugger. And let me tell you...
So let me recount again. We got a top 5. We're gonna get Kaido. He might throw Loki in there. We might throw Emu in there. Shanks and... I don't know, I mean... Mihawk. There's not a lot of people left.
Chapter 1170 may just be my favorite chapter of all time, with it allowing me to have the feats I need to kick this dude to the top 5. Bless you, Loki. Bless you, Harold. Bless you, Oda. What a wonderful Christmas gift. Only the best for the best from the best. Anyway, Akainu, what else is there to say about this dude other than you're just not the final villain, buddy? Emu and Blackbeard both take precedent over you.
Right.
Even Shanks takes precedent over you in terms of importance for culminating scrap. But at the end of the day, he does have the second best win in One Piece history, being able to squeak out a victory over Kuzan.
We might actually not have an Emu quote-unquote fight, because all we've ever seen Emu do is benevolently or not so benevolently grant power to other people.
Someone I have in the top 7. Like, as much as I dog on the guy, that is insanely impressive. Fair play, brother. But when we look at his actual other performances, they're just not from a guy that is made out to be the second strongest in the verse. Firstly, getting tagged and ragdolled by the corpse of Whitebeard, getting back-fisted through the ground to Marineford. Let's be honest, guys.
But that was 2 years ago, at least.
Oda letting Shanks or Mihawk get done like that? No way, buddy. Then we look at the one time he actually got it from the desk. His knees shaking, his elbows cracking. And then you whiff on lobotomized Kuma? Brother, ugh. That is embarrassing. You can't be doing attacks like that and thinking I'm going to be convinced that Luffy is fighting you after Blackbeard, bro. Me and Oda. Oh boy, we were having such a crack and a laugh. I was showing him a Akainu fan's coat, bro. Just wait, this guy is going to get clip farmed by a buggy. But anyway, I did still put him at top 6 on my list just to upscale Sabo in their inevitable clash.
I don't know, man. Yeah, this is a big pile. I was expecting this. This is a big pile of I'm not sure at this point. Number 5 is Loki. That's kind of like there's some speculation there. We're putting Loki above a guy who can negate devil fruit powers. I mean, to be fair, it's a lot of this is the hammer, but we're effectively saying that Loki is sort of like a god amongst men, and we're not like there's still 4 people above him. I guess I don't know, man. I think I know who they are, but I'd probably disagree. I already disagree a lot with this ordering. 9 and 10 were pretty good though.
Now we have Loki, and let me tell you, once again, thank you, Oda, for giving me a heads up on the Chapter 1170 stuff, because let me tell you, if I wasn't aware of the recent reveals, I would have had this dude just scraping the bottoms of the top 10, taking out Dami and Harold, man.
Told me this, I'm not showing valves, don't spite me.
That is one of the single best wins in the series, and it didn't take him 10 days and 10 nights to do so. But seriously, although Harold clearly let himself tank that swing from Loki, still being able to out-hockey Harold, who was at bare minimum stronger than Prime Zebek, buddy, how strong is this guy really? I mean, let's just look at the stats for a second. We have an ancient giant blood. We have a legendary Zoan devil fruit, a legendary Zoan weapon, advanced conquerors, special eyes, and we were personally requested to join the God's Knights from Shamrock or someone even higher up. Buddy, how is this guy not at the tippity top?
I mean, it's possible that Blackbeard could just negate all the shit, because you know.
Genuinely, one of the few characters that is a descendant from someone great. On the mural of Elbaf, this guy is a true Final Saga player, and buddy, when we see this guy.
I'm not going to be that critical of that, though, the way I probably will be if he puts Emu in the top, and it's just because we don't actually have definitive knowledge how good he is yet.
With Emunko, and hopefully not getting Dami reversied. Elbaf is genuinely this guy's arc, bro. Who even is Usopp anymore? And no, I'm not ranking the stupid squirrel.
Oh yeah, that's right, Dragon. We don't even know! Dragon doesn't have feats! Number 4! No feats, number 4. Right? We're gonna put him above literally everyone else. Just because, you know, he's windy. I don't know, man. I think that's bullshit. If he was number 4, like, why was he crappy as a regular Marine?
Monkey D. Dragon. And let me tell you
like,
something.
In his adulthood.
The Monkey D clan is simply built different. If you don't think the most hidden character in the series is going to be a generational one, I don't know what to tell you.
No, he's probably not going to be that good.
Dragon is the only man with the unique goal of toppling the world government and bringing upon his revolution a character.
In the top 10, this is probably the worst pick, if not maybe Kuzan.
That we still don't have any feet on, despite being introduced 1,000 chapters ago. That is a different level of patience. From what we do actually know, though, Dragon is a confirmed conqueror and was able to create his very own epic fighting style of Dragon Claw. We know in One Piece,
but that's not that impressive.
In general, the characters that a mangaka
It's
leaves
not number
for
4.
last are the strongest, and Oda has made an express purpose in leaving these top 4
Boo.
above.
Boo.
last
I'm
in
doing
terms
thumbs
of
down. You
introducing
can't
their
see because the
powers,
model doesn't
which
have hands.
unfortunately makes for an extremely
Boo.
convoluted ending to the video, but that is just simple storytelling to me. If you don't have the belief in the figurehead of the revolutionaries,
No.
we've got to get you in a home, bro.
We got Shanky.
One Piece.
And then we have
Yo.
Manda.
We knew he was going to be here. I'm surprised he's so many spots above his brother, but I mean, you know what? I could see it. He's pretty based. He's pretty good. Number 3 is probably a really good spot to put Shanks. I could have even seen lower, but this kind of tells me like this person is probably going to put Mihawk at number 2, and I don't think I could. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Loki. I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna need a replay on that, bro, because Loki is an absolute.
What's even worse is if he doesn't even rank Mihawk, because Mihawk is so far behind everyone, and he just decided not to even rank him, and that would be terrible. But still, Mihawk at number 2 would be insane.
Demon. How was Shanks able to handle that guy and get a solid win? A win that I would argue is the single best win in current One Piece. I mean, you beat the guy who beat Dami Amped Herald. I mean, genuinely. 3 chapters ago, I did not think that I would be saying that. And along with having a top 5 win, he has a confirmed interaction with Kaido where he ended up on the winning side. He has his confirmed brutal one-shotting over Captain Kidd, an ex-top 30 member. Like, that is an insane win, bro. Shanks is without a doubt the most widely accepted top 5 character in One Piece. You can cope and downplay him as much as you want, but that isn't going to change the reality of the story.
Yo, why is AI so ridiculously bad? It's fucking cursed. Nah. See, this is the bullshit. Number 2, I need to see something tangible to put him at number 2. We've seen a lot of Mihawk. We've seen a lot of very impressive stuff. Number 2 in the whole series at this point. We're at like the end of the series practically. Number 2. Number 2! Number 2.
Cue the music. The world's strongest.
It's still not a worse pick than Dragon, though, probably.
Swordsman. Not the world's skilliest swordsman, not the world's fanciest swordsman, and not the world's strongest swordsman that doesn't use hockey. At the end of the day, Mihawk is Zoro's emu, his end goal. And as much as you want to say that swordsmanship doesn't involve hockey, bro, it's 2026. Why are we taking speed as gospel? Firstly, Mihawk taught Zoro hockey in order to improve his swordsmanship. Secondly, what is Shanks if not a swordsman? Are you going to tell me that Yasop isn't a sniper because he uses hockey? Or that Beckman isn't a marksman because he uses hockey? And yes, I will address his Marineford performance. He was jobbing it up, just showing up for a paycheck. We've all done that once in a while, but
I mean, dude, literally, he should have been able to cut Diamond if that were the case. I don't know, man. Number 2 in the whole fucking series.
Don't tell me you haven't. Also, I saw this tweet.
That's
I think it's legitimately the
copium.
funniest cope I think I've ever seen in my life. What am I supposed to take away?
No, I mean, that is cope, right? Sword strength, sword skill. That is kind of cope, but number 2 is also cope.
Away from this, bro. Like, what? So all I've got to say is
man.
3 letters for y'all. WSS.
World's strongest swordsman.
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
Weesta, nah, I'm kidding, but you know I had to get my free bit in there, buddy. Weesta, no, we're not doing this. It's 2026. Why'd I write this in the script? Ugh.
Nah. See, I can respect the pick at least, but I don't know. I don't buy it because number 1 emu. I mean, it's maybe I don't know. I think emu is something with a power, and that is it. And outside of the Dami reverse, he probably does not have their own big thing. We literally know nothing about this person. We know nothing.
But genuinely, there really is only one dude you can have at number 1, assuming you have an IQ in the double digits. Nerona Emu. There really is nothing to say about Emu, so all I'm gonna say is, if this guy ever picks up a sword. Anyway, that is the video. I'm sure you've already let me know.
If this guy ever picks up a sword, Mihawk will be number 1. That is clearly the answer. That's clearly the answer, because,
how based my list is and that I put everyone in the perfect position.
No, bullshit. First of all, Sabo might have even been in a good place, but given who they had above and below Sabo is ridiculous. There are so many ones. Dragon, this episode though, this half, Dragon is probably the worst one. Number 4. And then Mihawk at number 2 is kind of wild. I mean, I don't know, man. Only time will tell. But this might age really poorly. That's my guess. That's my assumption.
But to put some final words on the year and the video, although this is cringy and sappy and lame, thank y'all for such an amazing first year on YouTube. I mean, I had a
It is cringy and sappy and lame.
goal of 500 subs by the end of the year, and we did that goal like Kobe was doing Hachi Nosu. So I hope you'll be here for another video on another Friday. See ya.
All right, so yep, we watched the video. We reacted to the thing. I don't know that I like it, but it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But definitely be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We need to be at 500 by the end of this year. Probably more, if I'm being honest. I'm trying to grow the channel. We're doing a lot of stuff. I'm trying to get to 3 videos a week. That's kind of a reveal. 3 videos a week on this channel. We do 4 streams a week on the other channel. Go check out Bulbacue. Go check that stuff out. Have yourselves the rest of a great day. Definitely be sure to like, drop a comment and tell me what you think was trash about the list. Tell me where you think my takes are trash, where I'm right. This is basically Thursday Thermal Takes, but sort of a reaction style one. Give me a big holler about what you think about One Piece coming up. You liking the final arc maybe happening at the end of the year? We don't know. But anyway, bye bye.